Alright guys, got a special one for you today. We're out here at English Racing and we're at their dyno day, and we brought something spicy. Let's check this out.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
So yeah, we got Black Widow out here. We got Eric behind the laptop, mad scientist, and we're gonna come out here and see what she's gonna do today. We got a bunch of cars out here. It's a Mitsubishi versus Subaru event, so couldn't not video it. It's a pretty cool event. We don't really have much else like this around, so we're gonna put the Black Widow on the dyno and see what she does. I think it'll do pretty good. So car's healthy, should have its best shot at making some good numbers. So I'm excited to see what it does, and I know you guys want to see what it's going to do too. So I don't know how many other big Subarus are out here, but we brought it out, so we'll see how it stacks up against everything else that's here. I'm thinking.
No, this is what we're saying.
Want to check it? That one very much.
Are they in here though? They were just being sneaky and quiet over there.
Yeah. Freaking rats.
Steve point.
Ah! Yeah, dude.
Dyno clean through.
You're going off the brake.
Pull it from here.
Well, we did 1085, I think, to the wheels, first pull, and she wants to roll on her own. But we have full stock ignition, stock coils, and we're at the limit of the ignition system. We tried turning it up and it blew the spark out. So we have a whole like new ignition system at the shop for it. We just didn't want to hurt the motor and like, you know, risk trashing it just for today because it couldn't hold the spark. So we're gonna put the ignition system in it and then we can turn it up. But hey, over 1,000 on stock ignition is pretty good. So man, they all start running. And he's like, do you need a respirator? I'm like, oh, I like that shit, man. He's like, all right. All these guys are just like diving out of there crying because the methanol burns your eyes. So yeah, but hey, car's not broken. We still got a race coming up. So made over 1,000. It's a Subaru and it's not broken, so that's pretty good. Doesn't happen every day.
We just stand next to him.
Yeah, she's rowdy. Felt good. The first pull was super smooth. All right, guys, a little bit of a different video for you today. Hope you guys enjoyed it, but we had a good time. We came out, and I just want to give a big thanks to Lucas English, Miles, and all the guys that put on the event. It was a Subaru versus Mitsubishi Dyno Day at English Racing, and it was a great time. There were some awesome cars there. You know, it was awesome. It was a lot of fun. Got to bring Black Widow out from, you know, sitting for a little bit after I just got the transmission back together, repaired it from our last failure we had at the drag strip where the transfer gears rounded the teeth off. So we almost didn't make the event because we were waiting on parts and I had the thing apart. I didn't know if we were going to get it back together in time, but luckily we did and we were able to come out. So the first pull you'll see in the video, the car made 1085 wheel horsepower and 940 wheel torque. Like 940 wheel torque. That is right. Just insane the amount of power this car puts down in torque, and it's a beast. And you know, the setup is it's a good setup. It's got our Pro Drag motor in it that we've been pushing for a long time. It's tried and true. We rated at 1,000 wheel horsepower, and this is why, because it puts down 1,000 wheel horsepower plus without a problem. So the first pull went pretty good. I mean, the car was just put down the power so easy. We did have a spark issue with the ignition system we were fighting, and we've been fighting this problem for a little bit. We just weren't exactly sure if that's what it was. Last time the car was at the track, and even in the burnout in the back of the, you know, we tested, we did a little burnout after I fixed the transmission. We heard a pop through the exhaust right at the top, and we weren't quite sure what it was, but that's what it was. It was a spark issue. So on the dyno, after the first pull, right at 8,000 RPM, you'll hear a pop in the video if you listen really closely, and I could feel it in the car where I lifted. The car was still making power, but I had to lift because I didn't want to hurt it, and you could feel that the ignition just wasn't happy and it was starting to break up. But it still put down, you know, monster number. I mean, and that was at our lower boost level. We run typically a lot more boost in the car than we did that day. Second pull, we turned up the boost a little bit to see if it would get worse. That would confirm our suspicions, and it got worse. The car broke up real hard, and I had to get out of it really early. But even then, I got out of it at 5,000 or 6,000 RPM, and it still made over 1,000 wheel horsepower. So the car is just a beast. I've been doing this for a long time. I've worked on a lot of cars, and I've built a lot of cars and tuned a lot of cars, and I can tell you, like, this car puts down power just so well. It works really well. It is a true 1,000 wheel horsepower plus Subaru that doesn't blow up either after it makes that pull. This motor has been beat on all season, and we've had zero issues with it. And it hasn't had the best of life. I mean, we're misfiring this thing at over 1,000 wheel horsepower, which anybody knows that's really hard on these motors, especially Subarus in general. But yeah, it just goes to show the quality of car that our shop and our team is capable of building. Everybody involved at the shop that is on the team that has put their time and effort into this car, it shows because the setup is just good. I mean, it works really well. The quality of the fabrication, the quality of everything on the car is just top notch. It's really awesome. I'm proud, and I feel privileged to be able to even be involved working on this car. You know, I can't take credit for building any of it. All I've done so far is just fix the transmission after we broke it a little bit, but all the credit goes to the rest of the guys at the shop that have been building this car for a long time and, you know, put their blood, sweat, and tears into it, and it shows because it just works. Eric is, you know, a madman behind the laptop on this car. The tune is just amazing. It's on point. He knows exactly, you know, what to do to make the car do what he wants it to do. And, you know, it's just awesome. Just got a good team behind this car. And, you know, in my opinion, we have one of the best teams around, best teams that I've ever seen. And it just works. All comes together. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. A little bit different, but I had to bring it out. I mean, I really wanted to film this because, you know, it's not every day you see the Subarus put down these kind of numbers and do it, you know, so well. So, you know, decided to make a video. I do have a lot of people asking about Scarlett and the Forester. I've been getting hit up constantly about it. I have some updates coming. Scarlett is not going as planned, unfortunately, but we are still, you know, I'm definitely still pushing forward on Scarlett. But we've hit some roadblocks and we've had some setbacks that are kind of disappointing. You know, we really wanted to race it this season, but it's not going to happen at this rate. The Forester, however, is doing great. I've been driving it every day during the summertime, daily driving it, ripping on it. I mean, on E85, it's a monster. Thing just rips. A lot of power for the street, but she's doing great. No issues. I'm going to do some update videos on that car as well for you guys. So stay tuned for that. Until next time, we'll see you later.